Welcome back everyone to Wayne's Diecast. In this video we're going to have a look at this car, Grease Lightning, from the movie Grease. I think that's all it was known as, was Grease Lightning. As you can see, this is a second-hand model, I guess you could say. It doesn't have any straps on it. But it looks in pretty good condition. Box is a little worn, but that's fine. It still holds the car in there quite well, so I'm happy with that one. This is the end of the box. This is the back of the box. Right owl high. And there's a little bit of information there for you to pause and read. And the other end of the box. Alright. Well, let's get this out and have a look. So pretty happy to add another movie car to the collection. Hopefully it's all good when I get it out and everything is okay. When was this? 2004 copyright date on this, round 2. Yeah. Alright, now let's have a look. See, it's not looking too bad. A little bit of dust, but it seems okay. Just a little bit of a wipe off and we will be all good, I think. Okay. And we've got steering. Alright, well, let's get this off the base. I'm just going to pause it here while I do that. Alright, she's off the base. So everything is looking pretty good. She's actually pretty heavy. Very heavy. So reasonable amount of die cast in it, actually. That's quite good. Oh, it does make it hard to hold because heavy die cast and plastic bits don't mix when you're trying to hold it. So we do, right, I see. Yeah, okay, I'll just push that on. So the bonnet there, clear bonnet, it clips on, obviously, so it doesn't hinge, it just clips on there, and I've just pushed it down, so I don't really need to take it off. I'll probably just, oh no, well, it does come off pretty easy. Actually, I thought it'd be a little bit harder. Anyway, so I've got it off now, so you might as well have a look there. Where's the little rag? Oops, knocking things around. This is why I don't go modifying cars and stuff. I'm always knocking something or breaking something, so I'm best leaving things alone. But it's not too bad there. It's a little bit of a wipe off and we're all looking pretty good, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, I will I'll just give that bonnet there a wipe down and I'll just sit it on there and it can stay there because I don't need to go lifting it off, so I'll just make sure it's all good. Everything else seems alright in there, so there we go, that's on. Alright. Well, this is a sort of fairly different car. It's not, you know, like a car. Well, it was actually. What did it start as? I think it started as a Ford, I think. And then got turned into this. which is pretty cool. Fantasy car. Yeah, if you want to know more about the car, well, you're going to have to do some research on that one, because in this video I will just be giving you a bit of a detail on what the car looks like and what to expect if you do want one or get one. So that is about all the details of the car I don't know, and same as the movie. Yes, I've watched the movie plenty of times and I do like the movie. But me trying to remember everything about the movie is probably impossible. So I will just be giving you a review of the actual car itself. So these headlights sticking up here on the guard, they're looking pretty good. This grille, don't know what the grille was off, whether it was a custom grille or whether it was off a different car and slightly modified, wouldn't have a clue, but everything is looking good on it. The bumper down here is looking okay. Paintwork looks alright. Got... oh, that's off. So it's a red, reddy sort of maroon colour. More red. Candy, or they call it candy red, which kind of is. It's got a bit of a metallic in it. Some flake. So we've got some Firestone tyres. Again, I'm not sure whether the ones in the movie were Firestones. I don't know. You do your research on that one. And doors do open. Very basic interior. No door handles, nothing like that. We have our steering wheel, shifter on the column. Oh yeah, that does turn the front wheels. It works quite well actually. Some models you get with the steering there, it really struggles, really doesn't do anything, or it gets caught and things. These seats here move, the backrest of the seat, they move. So that's okay. I thought maybe that this top might come off, but it doesn't. So that stays there. And I guess in the movie it was covered up, so really there's sort of no need to have it come off. And we've got our big rear quarters here, big wings. With our lights, and these are all lensed. We've got, is that clear? Yeah, we've got clear up top, orange, and then the rest are all red. So that looks pretty cool. Greased on the number plate there, and then we do have, come on, open up. And the opening boot here. So there's nothing in there. It is just plastic in there. And the underside of the boot there is black by the looks of it. Yep, it's black. So you can see in there, you can see those tail lights there. They look pretty cool. Not bad. We've got the clear up top, orange, and then the rest are red. So we'll see if we can see that paint. You can see the paint a bit better there. That's nice paint. It's got some good metallic in it. Can't see any defects or anything. Everything looks pretty good for a 2004 release. So she's, yeah, 20-year-old. Just over. A little bit of dirt or something there, but not too much of a drama. That'll come off okay. So we can see inside there, and there's no dials, no instruments, nothing in there. Is that actually? It looks like. Stay there, torch. Oh yeah, it is. The floor, floor in the front is sort of carpeted or flocked or whatever you want to call it. but there is some texture in there, so that's good. It's always good when they do that. Yeah, very heavy model, this one. So Firestone tyres again. The rims look pretty good. Again, door opens on this side. Opens and closes pretty good. And what have we got underneath here? So we can see the motor, gearbox. It's oil filter over here, blue. We can see the exhaust manifold. It's got the starter motor, radiator. We've got steering, and okay. So we got, where are we? You can see it there. We've got Racing Champions, Erdl, and then 2003, made in China. Looks like under license. I think that's what that says down the bottom there. Oh no, grease lightning, right? Yeah. So there we go. That's underneath. Nothing. So there's no suspension. Leaf springs on the back. The tyres have tread. That looks pretty good. Got our dual exhausts. Now it would be good if, like, I don't know where the exhaust was on the, oh god, there we go, on the movie, but it ends just there at the leaf spring. So no idea. I can't remember seeing it come out anywhere. I don't know, but that's where they've got it ending, just at the leaf spring there. So that's pretty cool. I do like that. Again, well, as I like most models that I get, I do like, which is a reason why I get them. So it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I'll give it a bit of a wipe down again. Yeah, not bad. I don't mind a bit of a, some fantasy cars. Not necessarily like some of those Hot Wheels fantasy cars that are just garbage. Cars that have been actually designed by well-known designers, like George Barris and Tom Daniels and who else? There's a few others. A few others there that would do custom cars. So, but yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with that one. And yeah, if you're thinking about getting one and adding it to the movie collection, yeah, definitely. I think this is quite good. I think it's pretty well built. And it is very heavy for what it is. Like, it doesn't have a top, doesn't have the bonnet, missing sort of part of the fenders at the front there, but I think the die-cast they've used is quite thick. Which gives it a fair bit of weight. Which I don't mind, heavy cars that just feel, better made, and you sort of feel like you're getting what you paid for. It's a problem with some of the resin cars and things like that. They're fairly light, and you kind of feel ripped off. But you're not. But yeah, yep, rolls fine. I'll get that on the turntable. While that spins around, we'll start finishing up. Be good if they made the other, the white and the black cars, that would be good. I know they do in the 164, but 118, be good if they'd done that. So, but anyway, hope you enjoyed that one. Not very informative, but it gives you an idea on what you're looking at when you buy one of these. To think whether you should, whether it's worth it. Yeah. So what did I pay? I think it was $190. I think I paid for this, being it was listed as a second-hand model. I paid about $190. So at that price, I'm like, yeah, well, I wanted it, so I will get it. I'm always on the hunt for, I can't say cheap movie cars, because none of them are cheap, especially here in Australia. I know other parts of the world, yeah, great, you can probably pick this up for $80 probably. But not here in Oz. It costs a fortune. So if we want it, we've just got to pay for it, because there is no other way around it. So anyway, we'll finish up there. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out the other videos that are popping up. And don't forget to check out Wayne's Diecast Car Sales on Facebook down here. I'm still getting things organised. There is a few things on there. There's a few trucks on there at the moment. I haven't got much of the Hot Wheels stuff on there at the moment. I've got some Camaros I think I had. But yeah, go check it out. I do have my Facebook page as well, but I'd prefer people to buy on Facebook, because eBay fees are just getting ridiculous. Alright, we will see you all on the next video. Alright, bye for now.